Welcome to the Community First Month in Review for June 2021, as we give you a look at some of the things that have kept us busy here at the Washington County Sheriff's Office. This is episode 2 of our new series, and our goal is to give you a look at the things you may or may not have heard about as the Sheriff's Office strives to best serve the community in a multitude of ways. June 17th, 11:06 a.m. Deputies were dispatched to the Argyle Airport on Route 40 for a report of a plane down with unknown injuries. While responding, deputies were given an update from dispatch.
Call back from the airport. The plane is down behind the hangar. One subject entrapped in the aircraft. Extrication will be needed.
Upon arriving, deputies located a fixed-wing single-engine plane with heavy front-end damage that had crashed on the property of the airport. The pilot was identified as David Klingbeil, age 80, of Bunker Hill Road in Salem, and he was the only occupant in the plane at the time of the crash. Mr. Klingbeil was removed from the plane and transferred to a LifeNet helicopter. He was flown to the Albany Medical Center with head, chest, and leg injuries. The scene was turned over to officials from the FAA and NTSB as the circumstances and cause of the crash remain under investigation. Also, June 17th, 6:50 p.m. Deputies responded to assist the Fort Edward Police Department with a report of a vehicle failing to comply on Upper Broadway in the town of Fort Edward. The vehicle continued northbound as the driver refused to stop, and deputies received information that there were female juveniles within the vehicle that were possibly in distress and signaling for help. Additional information later came from one of the juveniles' parents, reporting that there was possibly some type of kidnapping involved, with the possibility that the vehicle was stolen. The driver, later identified as Toby Mechanic, age 18, of Queensbury, continued through the townships of Fort Edward, Kingsbury, and into Warren County, as deputies followed in an attempt to keep the suspect vehicle in sight. Additional agencies, including the State Police and Warren County Sheriff's Office, assisted. Mechanic ultimately drove into a stone sign at the intersection of Luzerne Road and Burnt Hills Drive, where he then jumped out of the vehicle and fled on foot into a nearby wooded area. A perimeter was set up and K-9 Tusco was deployed. Mechanic was flushed out of the woods and was taken into custody a short time later. Mechanic was charged with counts of endangering the welfare of a child, reckless endangerment, and unlawfully fleeing police, as well as multiple vehicle and traffic charges. June 18th, 2:54 p.m., deputies received a missing persons report in the town of Granville. The report came from a motorcyclist reporting that he had been riding with a friend, later identified as Lawrence Fiola, age 63, who had been operating his own motorcycle on Route 149 from Granville to Hartford. At some point, the friend noticed that Mr. Fiola was no longer in sight and became concerned. The friend began looking for Mr. Fiola and stopped at the Granville Police Department to make a report. Deputies responded and began an extensive search of an approximate 5-mile stretch of Route 149, where Mr. Fiola was believed to have last been seen. Granville and Hartford fire departments, the state police, as well as officers from ENCON also responded to assist in the search. Sadly, at about 5:35 p.m., Mr. Fiola was located deceased at a crash site which was well off the roadway and down an embankment along Route 149 near Lily Pond Road. The circumstances surrounding the accident remain under investigation. Also in June, Deputy Earl and K-9 Brucia stopped by the Hartford Central School to visit and talk about some of the K-9 unit's responsibilities. We appreciate the invite and had a great time visiting with students and faculty. June 23rd, 3:48 p.m., deputies with the Marine Patrol were dispatched to an area of the Hudson River in the town of Fort Edward for a report of a 35-foot sailboat that had run aground onto a sandbar. The patrol arrived and located the vessel about a quarter-mile south of the Lock 7 gate. There was no damage to the sailboat, and the Marine Patrol was able to pull it into deeper water. It was allowed to continue on after a safety check was completed. Each year, specially trained deputies patrol the bodies of water within Washington County. The responsibilities of the unit include search and rescue operations, assisting boaters, conducting boat safety inspections, and enforcing the navigation laws, including boating while intoxicated, all in an effort to make the waterways and lakes safer for all. Following a walkout ceremony, Sergeant Mike DiStaggio made his final radio transmission to call out and into retirement after 25 years of service to the residents of Washington County.
323, whatever.
Robert 323.
Be out of service, 651.
We wish him well and thank him for his service. We would like to congratulate the class of 2021. You were each faced with a unique and challenging school year. However, with commitment and dedication, you forged ahead and made it. From all of us at the Sheriff's Office, we wish you continued success in the future. Lastly, we would like to congratulate Debbie Hummel on being the first winner of our Month in Review giveaway. This time we are giving away 2 challenge coins. You can enter to win by subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving a comment. The winners will be randomly picked and we will announce them next week. Tune in next time as we continue the series and showcase 2 new rookies in their quest to become deputies. Until then, I'm Lieutenant Lemery, and that was our Month in Review.